Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to operate on a mid-semester exam. Since this likely will be your first lab exam, we thought we'll give you some help regarding how to submit and how to do the exam. So when you log in, you'll be presented with the desktop, and on the desktop there will be an icon. So you can double click on it and it will open up it will open up the exam paper basically. And to familiarize you with the exam format, we've included a sample exam on our webpage. You can access it by going to the course website, click on assessments, then click on the mid-semester exam on the left, and you can find the sample exam right here. So click on it. So this is likely what your exam is going to look like, apart from the questions, obviously. So this is where you will be putting your answers in. However, when you do the programming bit, you might want to use IntelliJ. So you're quite within your reach to open up IntelliJ by yourself. So when you open up IntelliJ, you do not need to do any setup whatsoever. So there will be files that's already been set up for you. So all you need to do is to basically start programming. In the exam, there are likely some multiple choice questions, and there are probably some true and false questions as well. They are just radio buttons, so click on them to choose your answer and so on. If you want to clear, click clear and it will be gone. Okay, so that's not particularly interesting, so I will move on to the programming part. In IntelliJ, you can find the files that's already been created for you. You do not need to create any files. So just open up the files you want to edit, and you can open up the terminal if you like. Oops. Terminal. And so here will be your the code that you want to edit. So a few things that you need to pay particular attention to. The first thing is, do not remove the module definition. If you remove this, our tests will not work, and since your mid-semester exam is marked automatically by a script, if it doesn't work, I mean you get a 0 mark for that question at least. Do not edit anything above the function you're supposed to do, including the imports, the module definitions as I said, and the doc tests. Do not edit any of this. Just do the function and save. Actually, do the function. You don't even need to save, because it's saved automatically. So sometimes there might be custom data types. For example, days. For example, right? And so on. Let's just go to Friday. Work days, right? So do not modify any of the definition for the data type. So there might be some deriving, show, equal, and so on. Leave that as it is. Do not add or remove anything from the custom data types, as that will cause errors in our tests, and as a result you won't get any marks. Make sure you only edit the functions that you need to edit, and then once you're finished with the function, first of all you should perform some doc test. So sample Q1 neg. you should make sure that your program passes all the doc test examples that we are giving you. However, passing all the doc test examples here does not mean that you will get, oops, what just happened? Does not mean that you will get 100% for that question, as doc test only covers a small range of possible inputs and possible outputs. So only passing these tests doesn't automatically mean you will get full marks for that question. You need to be very clear about that. Our tests may differ. Actually, I will say here, our tests will differ from the doc tests that we're giving you. For example, this function should negate any input integers. So your program should handle this for any integer. So once you're finished, you need to drag this file from the left. So this is the file browser. You need to drag the file from the left-hand side of IntelliJ onto the Choose File button and drop it there, and it will be uploaded onto the web page. Note that you cannot edit anything in the text field. If you want to change something, you will need to click on Clear Code and then drag it here again. If you miss, that's fine. So this will show up. Don't worry about it. Just click back and it will be there. And then you can do it again, for example. Right. Okay, that's the next thing I wanted to talk about. And after that, what I want to talk about is the functionality of this web page. This web page automatically saves your work. So that means even if your computer crashes and you swap to another computer, you open up the web page and your answers will still be there. So there's no need to worry about it if your computer freezes or crashes during the exam. Just simply let one of your tutors know, and they can, and then we will arrange something for you. That's pretty much it. So you need to make sure that you complete all of these fields. Yes, and same for the rest of them. You can just simply drag and drop onto the button and it will appear there. Right, so clear code and drag and drop. The same for this one. If you drag and drop the wrong file name, actually if you drag and drop the wrong file, it will complain that it's not the file that you want. So it says your file must be named sampleq3count.hs. So make sure you drag the right file onto the thing. After you've finished with the exam, there is no need for you to save because, as I said, it's saved automatically. So simply close this, log out, and you should be fine. Note that you are not allowed to leave the exam before it is finished. So at the end of the exam, it's likely that your tutors will ask you to log out, and you can do so without worrying about submitting or saving anything. It's automatically saved. That's pretty much all I want to say about the mid-semester exam. You can have a look at this page and play around with it, but obviously this is just a sample of the format. The difficulty of this is very, very easy. So you don't need to. So this is not an indicator of the difficulty of the exam. We also provided the mid-semester exam from last semester, and these are relatively easy as well. So expect your mid-semester exams to be a bit harder than this. Apart from that, yes, so all the files from the 2017 semester 1 mid-semester exam can be found here, and all the files in the sample exam can be found here. Yeah, so that's all. Good luck with your exam, and I will see some of you soon.